Allison Eckhart hash. Allison Eckhart. Allison Eckhart class. Keter. Special containment procedures. Until such a time in which experimental cross-containment proposal Allison Eckhart /2719 or neutralization proposal Allison Eckhart can be enacted. Allison Eckhart and Allison Eckhart instances are currently contained in separate biohazardous Allison Eckhart containment cells at biosite Allison Eckhart. As per standard biosecurity procedures, Allison Eckhart centering the containment cells of Allison Eckhart's are to wear level Allison Eckhart suits in order to avoid becoming contaminated with Allison Eckhart. Currently, Allison Eckhart's are to be stored in sealed steel containers and buried underground at secure disposal area Allison Eckhart to avoid contamination or containment breach of Allison Eckhart. Description: Allison Eckhart is Agent Allison Eckhart, a 31-year-old woman who was formerly a field operative for the Department of Analytics. Aside from a minor excess of sodium concentration in its Allison Eckhart does not appear to possess any physical anomalies. Prior to containment, Allison Eckhart had worked for 5 years as a Level 2 anomalous object recovery agent. Allison Eckhart did not possess anomalous properties during this time period. Allison Eckhart is an autosynecdochic semantic pointer, believed to be the result of an artificially induced conceptual fractal. Because of this, Allison Eckhart's also possess the property of Allison Eckhart, and are thus perceived as Allison Eckhart. As an example, simply attempting to take Allison Eckhart's from Allison Eckhart has led to over 300 complaints to the Ethics Committee from Allison Eckhart's. Addendum Allison Eckhart 1. Allison Eckhart's of AI-139 Allison Eckhart carried out an attack on secure disposal area Allison Eckhart, presumably for the purpose of obtaining Allison Eckhart. Due to the small size of the Allison Eckhart, it is believed that all Allison Eckharts were contaminated in the process. During the attack, 36 Allison Eckharts and 13 Allison Eckharts were also contaminated. Their Allison Eckharts have been incinerated to avoid further spread of Allison Eckhart. Site Director Allison Eckhart has expressed deepest Allison Eckharts over the Allison Eckharts involved in the incident. The Allison Eckharts of the Allison Eckharts involved have been given appropriate reimbursement for Allison Eckhart. Addendum Allison Eckhart 2. Embedded Foundation Assets in Meteorology Offices report multiple Allison Eckhart formations over the Pacific Allison Eckhart, suggesting the successful atmospheric dispersal of Allison Eckhart. As a result, over 100 liters of Allison Eckhart has been dispersed over the coastline of Allison Eckhart. Following continuing Allison Eckhart casualties due to ingestion of Allison Eckhart contaminated Allison Eckhart, a broken Allison Eckhart scenario has been established due to the high publicity nature of the Allison Eckharts. It is estimated that at Allison Eckhart's current rate of Allison Eckhart emission, a total A-class Allison Eckhart breathability scenario will occur within 40 years. Plans for off-Allison Eckhart evacuation of the remaining non-Allison Eckhart population have already been set up, although the Global Allison Eckhart Coalition has also proposed a plan for destruction of Allison Eckhart. It is believed that this proposal would carry a non-zero risk of an A-class total Allison Eckhart failure scenario along with the neutralization of Allison Eckhart.